This is the story of the K61 tree farm. The farm started when Albert Neufeld, my grandpa, and a couple of his brothers purchased land on both sides of K61 right outside of Buhler, Kansas. They worked the land year-round to raise Christmas trees to sell during the holiday season. When my siblings and I were young, we enjoyed growing up helping our grandpa and dad by letting them work while we played hide-and-seek and ate snacks. As we got older, we would help spray trees, mow, and cut down trees. During the holiday season, people would stop by the farm to purchase trees and eat Tootsie Pops my family provided. As a way of advertising, my family would drive one of my grandpa's restored cars and a lawnmower with signs for K61 Tree Farm. When I look back, I cherish those moments and times I got to spend with my grandpa and dad, learning life lessons and knowing there would always be time to play and always be a kid. My grandpa had to sell the tree farm to the state when K61 Highway expanded. My dad, Brian Neufeld, decided to buy the remainder of the land for my grandpa to keep it in the family. The land he purchased was the land opposite of the tree farm, and was overrun with poison ivy and fallen trees and grass. My dad would work hard every weekend he had to kill the ivy and clean up the land. It was my dad's goal to turn the farm into an outdoor retreat for our entire family. The first step was to put in a pond. He built bridges and walking paths, as well as planting trees and mowing the land. During the time, my family would go out to the land to enjoy the pond, walk the trails, pick mulberries, sit by the bonfire, and picnic. My dad decided to stock the pond with fish and put a dock on the pond for a place to feed the fish. He also put up a windmill to air the pond for clear and healthy water. The land was a place to relax, spend time outdoors, and spend time with family. The next section, I will talk about the pond and wildlife on the land. My family used the pond to kayak and canoe on, as well as feed fish, catch and release, watch the ducks, and occasionally swim in when the Kansas summers just became too unbearable to handle. We raised quail at our home to release at the farm in order to repopulate the quail population and encourage nature preservation on our land. My dad built duck homes around the pond for wood ducks to have a safe place to raise their families. Our family also built and painted birdhouses to hang around the land. Because my dad was eager to see the wildlife around the land, he set up outdoor cameras near the deer feeders to spot who was partaking in eating the feed. The cameras captured ducks, deer, and even some raccoons. We had spotted armadillos, geese, and even a pig on the land. The land is the perfect place to connect with wildlife and feel a part of Mother Nature by being up close and personal with wildlife. My family's dream was to have a place to stay on the land to enjoy it year-round without worrying about the bitter cold Kansas winters and scorching hot summers. My dad created a cabin plan and began to work on the cabin about 2 years ago. He basically built the cabin on his own with the occasional help from my siblings and I. He picked an area surrounded by pines and on higher ground on the land. The cabin is nothing extravagant, but it represents the farm well. It is energy efficient, running on solar power panels. There's a small front porch, including a porch swing and light. When you enter the cabin, you see a large room with a kitchenette, wooden table, wood stove, and a small bed, and leather chairs with rustic rugs and decorations. The cabin has a homey feel. When furnishing the cabin, my mom, Jana Neufeld, and dad only purchased secondhand furniture and even found furniture that had been thrown out. The heart of the cabin is found in a framed Polaroid of the first photo of the farm. It is of Grandpa Bert and his brothers on a tractor, working the land. There are a lot of cherished memories connected to the photo that brings the origins to the land into the cabin. Above the main floor is a small loft with twin beds. There is a working bathroom and barrel shower in the cabin for convenience and luxury. The cabin has become a place for family and friends to enjoy year-round. The K61 Tree Farm is the place my family goes for celebrations, get-togethers, parties, and picnics. Friends can enjoy a place to relax with us outside of typical everyday life by connecting with nature and having a safe place to explore and play. Usually friends will partake in fishing, walking, kayaking, telling stories around the bonfire, and enjoying picnic food and a good s'more. Our family usually gets competitive in the mini games such as ladder ball, horseshoes, frisbee golf, and tetherball out at the land. The tree farm has become a place for our family and friends to get some fresh air, disconnect from the world and technology, and spend quality time with those who mean the most to us. The farm is a blessing for our family, and I'm thankful my family has worked hard, especially my dad, to create a place for my family to connect and experience one another without any distraction. That is the end of the K61 Tree Farm story.